Okay, so I've started my December daily, what people are calling their foundation pages, because obviously it's not December yet, but I just going to kind of share my approach to it, and there's not a wrong or right approach to it as far as I can tell. I don't think there's a police officer that's going to come and give fines, but this is the December album that I bought from Ali Edwards. I love it because it's really a chunky little album. 3 inches, and inside I've done my cover page. I used one of the transparencies I also bought in the second order because she ran out of them in the first order, but they had a second order. And it's covering up. This is a pattern textured paper that I cut out. It just says December. Used my Cricut and just like welded some letters together. I saw something like this several different places on the internet when I was looking. And then I added 17 here. I don't know that I'm going to embellish it anymore. Just because I kind of like the way the overlay lays flat on it, and also I'm trying to preserve room in my album, so we'll see when I get done. I want to be able to fit everything. I'm planning on doing all the days of December because my family's coming in town on Christmas, so a lot of the things we'll do together will be after Christmas. So this is my calendar so far, and I just made this out of Word, and I put a link to it on my blog. But I've written down the things I know I'm doing. There are some things like some days I'm pretty sure I'm doing something on the 15th. I am doing something on the 15th. It's what I'm doing is going to be weather permitting. And so obviously I can't see the weather this far ahead. So I used just a little ticket for a tab and added some little enamel dots. And I'll just keep filling that out as the month goes by. This is my reason why. And just added a bunch of little doodads and stickers and stuff like that to that. And cut it out so it fit on the calendar. Like I said, I was trying to minimize my space. This one, okay, I've taken the photo before the first. I know I will mail my cards on the first, and I did this because I wanted to play with the paper I bought. I got it from Office Depot. It's called Professional Photo Paper. It's a matte finish. It's for the inkjet printer. I just wanted to see if it was going to work. I'm going to try to print my own photos, and it looks like it is going to work. And like I said, I always mail my cards on the first. And I actually made, okay, right here before I forget, Avery stick-on tab. I got it on Amazon. I made a pocket, and what I did is I cut it about 6.5 by 12, and then I folded up to where it was 8, and then I scored the sides of each, and I glued them together, and then just cut this off to 6. So I made my own little pocket, and then I'm going to, on the first, just so this is authentic, I'm going to journal on the first about my Christmas cards after I mail them. And I'm keeping a list of who I'm mailing them to, and this year I'm going to keep a list of who sends them back, just number one, to have that memory, but also I might refer to that next year when I get my Christmas cards together. So I'm going to, like I said, do some journaling here, and I'll probably also add in an example of what my Christmas cards look like this year. I don't take photos because it's just me and my dog, and I think only my mom would appreciate that. So I know in the second I'm going to San Antonio. I kind of did a little write-up about why I'm going and, you know, kind of the overall plan, but I didn't obviously write up about what we did because I haven't done it yet and I don't know what we're going to do, but I can guess just based on it. I'm going to add these sequins. I'm going to add some red ones inside that so that it becomes a shaker and seal it, but I'm going to wait until I add a photo to the back here. I think it's going to be the luminaries on the Riverwalk. Which they have only in December. And then I'm going to add some of these little flowers somewhere. So I have those ready to go. Then over here, I have a page ready to go for the second. Just things we do when we're there. I have a little thing ready to journal. And on the back is going to be a 4 square for the third, which will be a half marathon I'm attempting to do. I've done them before, but I've never done one without any training, which is what this one's going to be. So then on the 4th, the plan is to get my tree. I know this because I like to get my tree early too. So I won't be home until the 4th, so that's when I'll get it. And I wrote up about just kind of my traditions with trees. And I added this little thing is from Hobby Lobby. This little number is from Michaels. And this little thing is a Tim Holtz card that came in the kit. And on the back of this, I'm going to actually journal about this year's tree. And so these were part of the Ali Edwards order. I don't know which kit they're from, but she has a video that shows. And then here I'm going to do a picture of the tree in this 6x8. Then I know that on the 5th is when my work is going to do their Christmas party. And this year we actually do a recipe exchange. And I'm going to do a gingerbread cookie. So this will be a full picture of probably all the cookies I get. I will journal about it inside this little card I got at Michael's. All of these things right here came from Michael's, and these are part of a collection called Milk and Cookies. This is the recipe I'm sharing. We print out a recipe for each person. Then I'm going to do a photo of my cookies, and then right here I'm going to put my favorite recipes. This is another thing from Michael's that it fits so perfectly in there. My favorite recipes that I get this year. So excited about that. And then I'm going to put these inside, probably just to make them like a little shaker card, and seal the top of that. On the back here, I know will, actually I don't know what it will be. So right now I just thought maybe I'll do a gift wrap page, because I don't have anything planned for that day. This day will be my work party. I haven't done anything for it. But on the next day I'm going to see White Christmas. And so I've kind of, I'll put a photo in here, and then I just kind of I need to put a title. I want to put some snowflakes and seal it so that it's a shaker. I'd like to put a little pom-pom ribbon. I've already put the 8th, and then I made a little journal tag. And I said I'm going to put a photo on the back of this journal too, because we're actually going to the play, but we'll also, it's my mom, my cousin, my aunt and I, and we do this quite frequently. And we'll also dine at the buffet before the play, and we can't take pictures during the show just because that's obvious, but I thought, well, I'll put that in later. I thought that I would put a picture of us dining and maybe one of the play before it begins. Then here, I know I'm going to do a play at church with a bunch of friends. The 10th I'll probably just do maybe something about church. I got this little card. And then what I've done, I haven't got any further than that. But I've kind of labeled, like I know the 11th is Polar Express Day at work. The 12th, I just, like I said, went through and numbered these different pages. And if I knew what I was doing that day, I just put that so that I can continue to build these foundation pages. But I didn't want to go too far because I'd like to get a little bit into December before I know which pages I want where and how many I need for what. Because it will depend on the activities. So I think I'm ready to get started, so I won't be overwhelmed at the beginning.